The story in this video is taken from the book Quran for Kids. Towards Understanding Surah Baqarah. This book will be available to buy from Amazon November 2020. All proceeds from the sales will be donated to the Winter Appeal where is most needed. Please like and share our video and subscribe to our channel. The story so far. Nanny is having a sleepover with her grandchildren. As Nanny is finishing off the story of Surah Baqarah, something magical started happening. With hands joined together, the children are floating in space. They were each greeted by their own stars. Each star is going to take them back in time to relieve the different themes of Surah Baqarah. This chapter is about Layla traveling back in time. As all the other children have joined their stars and already started their journey. Layla found herself alone floating in the universe. But she was not afraid. Excitement overcame fear as she gazed at the majestic beauty of the vast expanse of the universe. She was caught unaware when Layla came and gently took her hand. She could not believe her eyes when she was taken to the moon. That was her wish. Chapter 2 taken from the book Quran for Kids, Towards Understanding Surah Baqarah. Layla went back in time. Hop on Layla, Layla beckoned. Layla could not believe her eyes and asked. Can I sit on you, Layla, like Aladdin did his on the magic carpet? Layla intended just that. Layla positioned herself in the middle of her star. And the magic began. From the points of Layla grew shimmering tiny wings. Layla once again found herself in the galaxy. She was on cloud 9. Her star was moving at enormous speed. Layla has many friends in the universe and there were so many kisses and salams blown to them as they traveled along. Heaven was an awfully long way from the moon and this journey will certainly be a remarkably interesting one. The Earth that seemed so big appeared just as a tiny ball from the distance in space. There were many balls in the universe. Some larger than others. Layla explained that these were the planets and that they all rotate around the sun. Layla can observe this phenomenon. It was spectacular. They have been traveling for a while when they arrive at a large golden gate with its keeper. And who might you be? Roared the gatekeeper. In a very meek and sweet voice, Layla gave her reply. I am Layla and El have brought Layla, a human from Earth. She is a time traveler. In a split of a second the gate opened. What awaits Layla was nothing she had seen before. The gate gave way to a path that was paved with gold dust, and it took them to 4 palatial buildings. Layla knew she must be in the lower heavens. She could not believe her eyes when she saw 4 palaces. They all had names. The Yates family. The Arshad family. The Mahmud family. The Qadir family. Layla told Layla that those were the palaces built for her family in Jannah. However, they must live according to Allah's rules to gain their entries. If they do not, then they will live in the fire of hell. She told her that Allah tells us in chapter 13, verse 23 to 24 about this. Gardens of perpetual bliss, they shall enter there, as well as the righteous among their fathers, their spouses, and their offspring, and angels shall enter unto them from every gate, with the salutation. Peace unto you for that ye persevered in patience. Now how excellent is the final home. Layla told Layla that there is someone who will try to mislead her to the hellfire, and with this she read the following verses from Surah Baqarah, 24 to 25. But if ye cannot and of a surety ye cannot then fear the fire whose fuel is men and stones, which is prepared for those who reject faith. But give glad tidings to those who believe and work righteousness, that their portion is gardens, beneath which rivers flow. Every time they are fed with fruits therefrom, they say, why, this is what we were fed with before, for they are given things in similitude, and they have therein companions pure, and holy, and they abide therein, forever. Layla then hopped onto her star to witness the story of the creation of Prophet Adam, peace be upon him. They entered a blissful garden with luscious greenery and beautiful flowing springs. There were luminous flying beings carrying baskets of soil. Laystar explained that these were angels sent to parts of the world to collect different shades of soil. These soil Allah SWT used to create the first human being. They then flew to another part of the garden and the created being stood there. He was gigantic. He was 60 cubits tall. The average human is only 4 to 5 cubits. Then Layla saw the one who will try to take the descendants of Prophet Adam, peace be upon him, to the hellfire, Iblis. He was staring at the innate Adam. Without life he stood in that spot for 40 years. Iblis was insanely jealous of Adam and knew he was created for great things. Layla then witnessed a ball of light traveling towards Adam. It was Allah SWT giving him a soul. When it reached Adam's head, he sneezed. The angels said, "Say all praise belongs to Allah." Adam repeated, "All praise belongs to Allah." Allah said to him, "Your Lord has granted you mercy." When the spirit reached his eyes, Adam looked at the fruits of paradise. When it reached his abdomen, Adam felt an appetite for the food. He jumped hurriedly before the spirit could reach his legs, so that he could eat the fruits of paradise. Allah, therefore, said, "Man is created of haste." Layla is about to witness a replay of Iblis's disobedience. When Allah asked the angels and Iblis to prostrate to Adam, peace be upon him, Iblis refused Allah's commands. He felt he was better. That made him the first racist, thinking he is better because he was created from fire and our father Prophet Adam, peace be upon him, was created from soil. It was then Allah made him an outcast. He was to live in the hellfire forever. But he asked Allah to grant him special powers. He wanted to mislead all the children of Adam and take them with him to the hellfire. He was granted that power, but Allah told him that he will never be able to mislead those who believe in him. Layla now understood what she will be up against when she returned to earth. She felt that she must keep the memory of the palaces she saw. She also knew that it would be her obligation to tell everyone how easy they can be misled if they don't follow guidance from Allah SWT. Layla was then to see. Then it all happened. Iblis is now going to use his special powers. He whispered to Prophet Adam and his wife Hawa to eat the fruits from the forbidden tree. They forgot about Allah's rules and did exactly what Iblis want. However, unlike Iblis, they were deeply sorry and begged Allah for forgiveness. Allah forgave them but ordered that they too must leave heaven to live on earth. Layla knew that her journey has ended, and she must now return to earth. She asked Laystar if she can be granted one more wish. "What is your wish, Layla?" her star asked. Layla wanted to be taken to the time of Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him. The kind Laystar granted her wish and soon they were traversing again. She has never traveled in the daylight before. The sky was the bluest she has ever seen, with the golden sun in all its might and glory, guiding its visitors. The beautiful clusters of drifting clouds seemed to be calling out to Layla. Next thing, Layla and her star takes up comfortable position on a large blanket of moving clouds. By this time Layla felt confident hopping on and off her star. In front of her there was a beautiful family of clouds all motioning to her to join them. She soon finds herself cloud hopping. Other clouds in the sky seem to be gravitating closer to observe Layla's new skill. But alas! All good things must come to an end. After saying their goodbyes, Laystar and Layla slipped away from their newfound friends. They are now starting to make their descent. They have arrived. They were in Egypt. Laystar's mission was now to find the dying Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him. They were flying for a while. And there it was. A recreated scene of the time Prophet died, Yaqub. There was the frail old man on his deathbed, surrounded by his 12 sons. He was giving a speech. He was most concerned that after his death his children might forget the essence of true worship. Prophet Yaqub lived his life reinforcing the message to worship one God free from partners, and on his deathbed continued to advise his children to the teachings of Islam, the religion of all of God's prophet. Prophet Yaqub closed his eyes and slipped away a happy man, reassured that his legacy will carry on. Surah Baqarah tells us. And this was the legacy that Abraham left to his sons, and so did Jacob, O my sons. Allah hath chosen the faith for you, then die not except in the faith of Islam. Verse 132. This was indeed an emotional situation for Layla, and with outstretched arms Laystar circled her little protégé. She lifted her up to a sitting position on her, making their way back. Layla had another surprise. They were not returning to Earth, but to the moon. Laystar has developed a sort of fondness for Layla. Laystar, who lived with her family on the moon, invited her to stop with her to await her nanny and cousins.